You need my help? You need my help?
I know exactly why that was. Because my microphone was off. Thank you for saying something. I was talking for like 5 minutes. Thank you for saying something. I'd have gone this whole stream just yapping into the void. Gold boost. Oh, I'm going to clean out my inventory soon. Got my buff. I can actually use that when I level. How's it going, guys? My level 20 rewards. Achievement reward. I don't care about the minor battle solution. Uncommon Nocturium. Oh, hey, that's kind of nifty. I'll use that in dungeons. That is... Oh, Rejuve Potion. More crystals. More crystals. Okay. God, my inventory's a friggin' mess. That helps a little bit. Okay. Does the screen look okay at least? Now that I have audio as well. I might queue up for a dungeon too. Here we go. This would be a good way to farm for relics. And bop. While I'm heading towards my quest objective, I may as well kill stuff too. Grab you guys. And grab all of you. Oh, it's so strong. Ah, wrong button. There we go. No relics. No relic pieces for me, though. Working on that Equinox rifle. Ooh! Why use the mount if I don't have to? I can just shoot like a million miles away. There we go. I'm going to pull as many as I can. I was going to take today off from the stream and just like watch the SPL. But man, I just need to take a break from doing anything work related. I need to silence my phone. Sorry about that. Whoop. I'll answer that DM after the stream. But it has been a long week, and I just wanted to kill some shit. So that's what we're going to do. Where are you going, little buddy? I'm getting very unlucky drops though. I might have to do that off camera. So instead, we're just gonna move on. I've surely got stuff to do over here. I was kind of hoping I would get my copy of Super Dragon Ball World Heroes today too, but it looks like it won't get in till Tuesday. So that review is going to have to wait. And so will gameplay, because that's what I really wanted to play today. I wanted to play some card games.
Of course I can help.
But this is ultimately far more relaxing. Kill Kadas and retrieve his amulet. Murder this big jerk right in the face. Not that jerk, but the jerk over here. This jerk, I think. Well, we're gonna murder these jerks anyways. Oh no, there he is. These things take just a couple more hits. But not anything I can't handle. That was my mighty, ridiculously oversized gun. Hey, there's a weapon shard. Okay, that didn't really go the way I planned. Wrong button. Get wrecked, nerd. I guess the stronger enemies have a better chance to drop them, as opposed to the little tiny mini jerks. Let's have to see. Damn it, I need to remember that when I do that, I need to hit spacebar. Alright. Also, my SPL piece will probably go up tomorrow. Is it 360? Let me look. Let me refresh. Let me see what I see. Because I had it paused, so it isn't eating up my... No, I see 1080. Looks fine on my end. Let me blow it up. Looks a tiny bit distorted. That might be my internet being crappy though. Huh. Let me lower my graphical settings a little bit. That's probably what that is. Because everything's set really high because I was playing. As I was playing off camera. So I'm going to lower my effects level. Lower my graphics quality just a little. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, I have a feeling that's my internet less than the game. Some games just don't stream well. My internet's not the best. I think it's fun, Dream High animation. I've just been sort of getting back into it. I haven't really played it a lot lately. I've been sort of dabbling on console. But I wanted to switch back over to PC, because that's where all the updates happen first. I hope that helped a little, though. But no, I do enjoy TERA. I don't have problems with the optimization when I'm not streaming. It looks beautiful on my end. And it plays well. There's no real input lag. It's only when I stream it that it tends to like try and shit in my mouth. That's the only time I have a problem with TERA is when I stream it, because it doesn't look great streamed. But if I were to record what I'm seeing, it looks a lot better. Sounds kind of like an excuse, but I promise it isn't. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll tell you, honestly, what got me playing on console was admittedly, there was a patch recently where no matter what I did, it was like all my frames were cut in half. One thing I will say that I hate about this game, Slender, is no matter what I do in town, like in the main city, Velika, it is always laggy forever. I don't know, like on my wired connection, not streaming, on all of my consoles. It's the worst. That's why I never go to town unless it's for a quest. By the way, what would save the MMO genre as its risky market to expand on? I think a greater push towards free-to-play MMOs. People, I guess, don't like being forced into subscribing. I think a bigger push into free-to-play MMOs might help, because there are lots of free-to-plays, but let's be honest, not a lot of them are very good, or they're pay-to-win. People, because like me, I don't mind subscribing or paying an optional subscription if I don't feel like I have to. I want to support a game because I enjoy it, not because that's the only way to progress at a decent pace. Neverwinter's kind of guilty of that. And I love Neverwinter. But man, if you don't... like, subscribing makes everything go faster. Oh, it's just a side quest. That's a really good question, though. That's something I have to think about a little more, Dream. That would be a good editorial topic, though. Something I could just sit down and brainstorm and research about. I appreciate that. That's good looking out. That's something I'm really going to have to sit down on, because yeah, the MMO genre, it's not dead, but we're not in the golden age of MMOs anymore. I stand by, though, the best MMO on the market right now, hands down, is definitely Final Fantasy XIV. Even with a subscription, Final Fantasy XIV is the best MMO on the market. Visually, it's appealing. It offers Altaholics something to do on one character without having to hop constantly. Regular updates. Well, I write editorials on the MMOHuts website, or on RPG website daily. It depends on what I'm feeling. I don't do as many videos here on MMOHuts on our YouTube, but I do if, like, I have a good topic. I think Final Fantasy XIV stomps World of Warcraft. And there's a very, very good reason why, for me at least. This is all personal opinion. I played World of Warcraft from vanilla. And you know the old joke, how do you know if someone played World of Warcraft in vanilla? Give them 5 minutes, they'll tell you. The thing that made me stop enjoying World of Warcraft was the over-reliance on daily quests. Daily quests have all become all but required for progression, and that's not fun for me. Final Fantasy XIV, like, if you want to level a character, you have more options. You have all the roulettes. You have Palace of the Damned. You have Heaven on High. You have tons of, not dailies, but the side quests. And there are dailies, but they don't give you a path to better gear, better enchantments. They're just for mounts, for pets, for unlocking more story. The Beast Tribes, I think, is a better way to do daily quests. And hell, I don't really do all that many of them in 14, if I'm honest. Most of the time, I just forget about them. I get lost in the story. Final Fantasy XIV releases more frequent story content. And it's actually story, not just go kill 15 boars. Go kill 27 Alliance soldiers. It's actual story where you go somewhere and you learn about what's going on in the world. And you're not the only one true savior. You're a warrior of light, but the game sort of acknowledges there's more than one warrior of light, which I think is kind of neat. I think 14 does a lot of things that World of Warcraft doesn't do, and will honestly probably never do. And that's not to say that I hate World of Warcraft, because, you know, it's after I played MUDs, I kind of jumped into World of Warcraft and, you know, Final Fantasy XI. And I have a lot of fond memories of World of Warcraft, but it's really not as good as it used to be. I would like to see it get there, but I'm not holding my breath. In Warcraft's, what's the word? Man, my brain is not firing on all cylinders today. Economy. Their economy is super busted. That I could not tell you, and even if I did know of one, I probably wouldn't share it because, well, I don't really have a strong stance on private servers. I do know that Final Fantasy XIV has one of the best free trials in the game. Man, Repels is still around. Repels is still releasing content. They just released, what was it, Epic 9.6 a couple weeks ago? I never played Repels, but it's still apparently going strong. I would try the FF14 free trial Slender if I were you. It's beautiful. You can level. I want to set to level 35 on all jobs. You can't, like, talk. I don't think you can talk to people. I don't think you can. Or you can't send whispers. And you can't join free companies. Little things like that. But to get a feel for the game, it can't be beat. So I guess one thing I think that would make... Yes, I think it's very well optimized. I personally think it is. Because originally it was designed to be able to run on PlayStation 3s as well as PC. The graphical content has gone up a long way since A Realm Reborn. It's since 1.0. Frames are good. I don't really get much in the way of lag, personally. I mean, I'm able to stream it without any issues too. There are some streams of 14 if you want to check them out here on MMOHuts. From me, so you'll get my perspective, you know, yet again. I don't really have a lot of complaints about 14. I have some, but I don't really have many. Like, leveling as a healer, some of the story missions, because the story battles are all solo. Oh, they're so brutal as a healer. It's so tedious. Yeah, I kind of agree, Dream. We've really fallen away from grouping and making friends and having real connections in MMOs. And that's one of the things I think Final Fantasy XIV does well, because where Final Fantasy XI required you to party, I haven't had that problem. Overdosed. I run an i7 7700 and a 1080. I personally haven't, but again, that's just my perspective. Take it with a grain of salt. I also play all of my MMOs in windowed, or full screen windowed rather. I don't really like playing in full screen. But again, as always, take it with a little grain of salt. What I experience is not going to be what other people experience. Investigate the sparkling baylets in all those plains. Oh yeah, man, I enjoyed Critica. I don't like Critica as much as I enjoyed... Oh, there it is. I'll start to write the damn face. As much as Closers? Dude, Closers is my... If you liked Critica, try Closers. It's got that anime beat-em-up side-scroller feel. It's great with a controller. I'm doing great, man. I hope you are, too. Didn't play any MMOs for a long time. Tried too many, got bored. Yeah, oh, I totally feel that. If I didn't play them for work so frequently, I probably wouldn't play as many in my downtime, except for maybe 14. I do play TERA in my downtime, and I do play ESO in my downtime. And Star Trek Online. Those are probably the ones I go out of my way to play. Oh yeah, Kurtzspell's gonna be a hoot. MMOs are not dead. That's fake news. We're probably going to have some Kurtzspell content on here before too long, so make sure you stay tuned for it. MMOs are in a slumber, definitely. They're in a slump. MMOs are not dead. I want to see more companies take chance on a free-to-play MMO without making it pay to win. That works in Korea. This channel's been open, oh my god, it's like 2008, 2009? I might, Tutong. We'll have to see if I have time for it. Closers isn't pay to win anymore. They got rid of the stamina system very early on in its life cycle. But yeah, MMOs are definitely in a slumber, or a slump, but I don't think they're dead. Yeah, man, this channel's old. I've been here for about 5 years. I do more writing on the MMOHuts website, MMOHuts.com. Exactly, Overdosed. But Closers tried it, and it probably worked in Korea. That's the thing. Here's the thing that Western audiences don't understand about the Korean games market. Pay to win is acceptable in Korea. Hell, it's a way of life. Korean developers are not questioned on their decision making. Like, games journalism in Korea, or the hell, fans in Korea, don't complain about pay to win. They accept it and they buy in. So when those games come to America, they fail because the Western market isn't having that bullshit. You know, except for Wales. Wales are fine for it. Yeah, some people get paid to do that, and, like, you know, more power to them. Hell, if I got paid a decent wage to level people up, I probably would. I don't think Champions Online is down. I think it's more excitement. Yeah, that's excitement. Sorry, it's been a long week. Man, I try not to put an upwards inflection on everything, because that shit drives me nuts. But at the end of the day, that's acceptable in the Korean market, and it's not acceptable in America. So that's why so many of those games don't do well over here. The Korean devs don't understand that they have to change their approach for America. I went to a preview of a mobile game not too long ago. It was, oh my god, it was a Nexon game. And I asked them about pay to win, because that's a big deal. I love Borderlands. I was playing Borderlands 1 Remastered just 1 or 2 days ago. I already had the Handsome Collection. Yeah, exactly. The game was good until they Nexoned it up for America. They sat there to my face and told me they weren't going to do it, and then they did it. Free Realms I haven't played. I'm very excited for Borderlands 3. Personally, I don't care that it's on the Epic Games Store. If I'm going to play on PC, and that's where it's at, that's where I'm buying it. Though I don't really know if I'm going to buy it on PC or console, though. I played a little Aura Kingdom, but I did not play Fly for Fun, because I thought it was stupid.
What hand of cards
But if more of my friends are playing on console, then I'll get it on console. I'm more worried about who I'm going to have a regular group with, who I'm going to have fun playing with, and then I'll get it wherever they're playing. And wherever it's going to be easier for me to stream it, because I will stream it on my personal stream, which is twitch.tv/thebottomtier. Go give it a follow. It's very good stuff. Can I try to say your name? Asledin Akramov? We tried. I don't think consoles are ever gonna die. I don't. Because I think... Oh, hey, was I right? I'm not surprised Repels became pay to win. It's a game that I thought looked really neat, but I ultimately never tried. All I ever heard was horror stories about it. But I don't think consoles are ever going to die. And I hope not, because I grew up with consoles. I didn't grow up with a PC. I didn't have a PC until I moved out of my mom's house, like back in 2000. I like PC, but I also really like consoles. So I think PC exclusivity, a good PC I don't think is cheaper. A cheap PC is probably cheaper. But a good PC is way more expensive. I might, Dark Tall. It's something I've been on the fence about. Because personally, I'm not a big BDO fan. It doesn't really have the end game that I want. I like it visually, but I think their cash shop is an absolute fucking mess. And as far as PC exclusivity, I think that's going to be more of a thing for the various PC shops. Because I think consoles will still get them, but PC outlets will fight for that PC exclusivity. And by that, of course, I mean Epic, Steam, and Discord. I think console are still going to be just fine. And how I've got two of my consoles hooked up in here. 3 of my consoles. My Xbox, my Switch, and my PS4. And PC mods are great, but slowly but surely, console are getting mods. And console is not as limited in graphics as you would like, or as you would think. Oh yeah, sorry about that. It was probably my consoles or my controllers hitting the table, the desk. Sorry about that. Hopefully that fixed it. I bet it hit that cord. Let me know if that. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to keep my controller somewhere else. Oh, is it bad again? God damn it. Okay, how's that? I might have to unplug it from my mixer. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, I don't have a lot of desk real estate, so I'm trying to do a lot with a little. So apologies on that front.
What advice do you
I need to get a bigger desk, or maybe just a longer desk. Man, I haven't even thought about Cabal in years. That's a game I never really cared for. I thought it was neat, but I never really got into it. Honestly, Dream, I've thought about getting one of those. Because I spend a lot of time at my desk during the day. Whether I'm streaming for work or I'm writing news articles or reviews. Yeah, absolutely. 1 second. Options, video. I turned them down just a little bit. When I'm not streaming, I have everything just turned all the way up. Oh, I get up and I walk around. I get exercise in. But I do spend more time sitting than probably anything else. You're right, though. But now it's the summertime, or rather the springtime, so I'm going to spend a lot more time outside doing stuff in the yard. So I'm going to be out there sweating and getting that good workout. I don't exercise as much as I should, though. But I live near the water, so what I'm going to start doing again here soon is what I used to do, or what I did last spring and summer, is before I started my work day, I would drive down to the beach super early, and I would walk a couple miles on the beach, and I would just listen to some music, and I would get that good sweat in. Then I would come home, and I would start my work day. Thank you, White Thunder. Man, I am so excited for this weekend. I'm such a big wrestling mark. Because tonight is NXT TakeOver. Tonight's NXT TakeOver. Tomorrow is G1 Supercard. After that is WrestleMania. All I'm going to do all weekend is watch wrestling. Yeah, I'm going to do some more dungeons probably, Adam. But I just wanted to show off some of the world and shoot stuff here on the stream, because it's easier for me to stop doing this and go do something else. Overdose, you should really try watching New Japan. It's very good. And they've got more of the content has English commentary. Oh man, AAA is so good. Final Fantasy XIV, yes. I've actually streamed it here on MMOHuts a couple of times. So if you want to check out some of my characters and my explorations there, they are here on the YouTube channel. I love Final Fantasy XIV. It's my favorite MMO, possibly of all time. I tell you, I've been talking about it for a while now. If I thought you guys would tune in for a text-based MMO, I would do it here on here on MMOHuts. I've been thinking about it a lot because I love MUDs. That's where I got my start in online gaming because, you know, I'm old, so that's where I got my start. And I thought, like, just for a laugh, I might do it one day, just to see if people show up for it. I personally prefer the animation and art style of Final Fantasy XIV versus TERA. Ooh, two relic pieces. But I do admit the speed of TERA is much better. The story is much better for 14, though. I'm going to do some quick enchanting. So please bear with me. If I read everything out in it, I'm probably game to do that. Do you suggest any upcoming MMOs with action combat similar to TERA or Black Desert? I want to recommend Kurtzpell, but I want to see how it plays for myself first. But the visual style of Final Fantasy XIV has spoiled me. I'm excited for Kurtzpell. I hope I'm saying that right, because I believe it's a German word. It looks like it's going to be a hoot. Personally, I'm not crazy about Black Desert. I do when it's not pay to win PvP. When it's skill based PvP, I'm in. I've always heard that Black Desert Online is very, very pay to win. Like, their shop has a lot of shady shit in it. And if that doesn't bother you, if you're just going to play either way and not spend money, then yeah, I would give it a try. But I also don't believe Black Desert Online has any real end game in terms of dungeons, raids. It supposedly has decent PvP, and if you're into the Battle Royale craze, it's got one of those too. Can I equip this? Oh wait, I need to unequip my... Wait, no, I've got plenty of other crystals. This is 4.70. Oh, it's crit power. There we go. Yeah, I've not heard anything good about BDO. Other than that it is admittedly very pretty to look at. And it is. It has one of the best character creators. Gunner has been out for a while, but Gunner just launched some new race combos on console and did recently on PC. And they're also doing a Gunner a leveling event just in general. I've seen Crowfall, but I have not played it. What was it? Ashes of Creation, I'm hoping will be very good. Is there a difference between FF14 and FF16? Yes, FF16 is not out. It does not exist. I've heard people... Okay, so there's someone who says they like BDO. You see, gender race locking doesn't bother me. Personally, it does not bother me. I'm not crazy about the lolly race, though. That makes me kind of uncomfortable. But, like, race locking does not bother me. I get that it bothers some people, but I'm not one of them. Okay. But really, I just wanted to play some TERA today. And it gets a lot of views on the website, and we do a lot of coverage for it. Man, I don't know. I'm not buying the excuse. Yeah, BDO looks pretty. One of the things I guess I didn't like about BDO is I don't like the button combinations for attacks. I could get used to it, but I'm not crazy about it. I hate how people rag on BDO because they want the cookie cutter WoW style experience, and you're right, it does offer something different. I'm just personally not a fan of it. I don't hate BDO, and if I said that, I misspoke. It is personally not for me.
For the Federation.
And hell, I like the WoW experience, but I don't like WoW anymore. And I will say that BDO does have the best character customization out of any MMO probably ever. Have you ever gotten in touch or talked to one of the Korean companies? I've spoken with the devs of a couple of Korean games. I did an interview with one of them for it was for Nexon for Alliance versus Empire. That interview was actually here on this YouTube channel. If you scroll back through the videos, it's there. And I think I did bring up the potential of pay to win. I got kind of a roundabout answer. I wasn't really happy with it. But it's more or less what I expected. Fairly recent, a couple months old. Let me see if I could find it real quick. I'll look it up for you. Because I know what I'm looking for. But I am glad you guys all came to hang out with me today. I do appreciate it. There we go. Developer interview. There you go. That is my developer interview during the Alliance versus Empire preview event, where I went out to San Francisco and got some hands-on time with the game. Admittedly, I still think that game is very fun, and it does some very interesting things in the mobile MMO sphere, but they still Nexoned it up and ultimately gave the option to spend real money on chests. I'm not crazy about that. I need a berserker. Sorry if I'm a little sniffly. The pollen count here is atrocious. Guild Wars 2 I think is neat. It's not in my favorite MMOs, but I like it conceptually. I love the story. The story for Guild Wars 2 is a blast. I enjoy doing stuff with ArenaNet, like doing guided tours of upcoming content. Guild Wars 2 is a game that, while I personally enjoy messing around with, it's another one that I just don't find myself playing very much in my downtime. What bitrate am I streaming at? 2.5K.
You need help, kid? New around here?
I don't have the greatest internet connection. I have 10 megs up and down. Or 10 megs up, 100 megs down. Yeah, I hear you, Slender. It sounds like you want the more Western open world experience. I get that. I like that too. I would like there to be one that's actually good. So at the end of the day, I guess I would like more companies to take a chance on the free to play experience without giving in and making it, if you're a whale, you're gonna win. That's the thing I'm not hoping for. Oh, I need to... Oh, there we go.
For the Federation.
And I guess that's sort of... it appears to be a very hard balance. Yeah, there are a lot of... Especially, a lot of the Korean games feel like they all kind of run together and all kind of feel the same. It coughs at loot box. Yeah. There are a couple games I played that have loot boxes in them that I don't really mind, but they're very far and few between. Find Tezular or Tesluar and kill him. You know, I never really got into VR chat. I think it's neat, but I just never really gave it a try. I don't mind that kind of game, but I would like there to be more variety in the MMO space. Guild Wars 2... I feel like for every good thing ArenaNet does, they do something really dumb and awkward right behind. My next stream here will be Monday, because I'm actually about to wrap this up here shortly. I also stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/thebottomtier, Tuesdays through Saturdays, about 5 p.m. Eastern. But here I tend to stream... The only day during the week I don't stream here is Thursday, typically. Mondays and Fridays are guaranteed. Tuesdays and Wednesdays depend on how busy things are on MMOHuts, how much news we have to cover. But yeah, I'll be back here Monday. And on that note, I guess now's probably a good time to sort of wrap things up. But thank you guys so much for coming out. I do appreciate it. I guess I should probably stream more TERA because a lot of people showed up for it. I'm trying to stream a more varied set of MMOs, but I also want to go back to the stuff that people show up more for. Final Fantasy XIV, TERA, ESO. You know, I'm always open to what you guys want to see. I'm willing to try just about any online game here. Hey, I'm glad you guys came out. And again, well, that's fair. If you want to hang out with me again, go to Twitch, twitch.tv/thebottomtier. And I write stream closers. I am going to stream closers next week. That is definitely going to happen because I love that game. It plays so good with a controller. And there's a new character coming out. But yeah, also MMOHuts.com is where we post all of our gaming news and reviews, so go check out that stuff. I post there every morning. I write an editorial a couple times a week, there and on honorpg.com. And on that note, I'm going to get back to work posting news on the websites, and then I'm going to take the weekend off to watch some wrestling. I will see you guys Monday, hopefully right here on MMOHuts. Thank you? I guess I take that as a compliment. I'll see you guys next time.